Orton, Sami Zayn, Mustafa Ali, Jeff Hardy, Dolph Ziggler, Shinsuke Nakamura, Carlito. He made his entrance, which Carlito looked really good, so I hope this is not a one and done.
Great shape he is in.
Yeah, I hope this is not a one and done for him. Xavier Woods, Big E, John Morrison, Ricochet, Elias, Damian Priest, who looked really, really strong from NXT.
Yeah.
He eliminated Miz and Morrison. I'm just adding that because that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
The Miz, Riddle, Daniel Bryan, Governor Kane, or I'm sorry, Mayor Kane, King Corbin, Otis, Dominic Mysterio, Bobby Lashley, the Hurricane, which I read recently that he was actually filling in the spot for Keith Lee because Keith Lee's living girlfriend tested positive for COVID, so it was just to keep everyone safe. Christian, which made his return to WWE the year after Edge does. Again, he's another example of someone that I really hope this is not a one and done. AJ Styles, Rey Mysterio, Sheamus, Cesaro, Seth Rollins, and Braun Strowman.
And Miles will just add in their Onus or whatever his name is.
Almost.
Omo, whatever, yeah.
The one that eliminated like 3 people for AJ Styles. Okay, WWE changed the rules to where if they're an outside of the ring and they're not a participant, they're a manager, they cannot eliminate anybody.
I cannot stand. I mean, this has been going on since the early 90s. Is that when you have someone from the outside, you know, whether they're after they're eliminated or a manager, you know, it's annoying, and it makes no sense to have someone from the outside eliminate for someone from the inside. It
Right.
never has made sense since the early 90s when Hogan eliminated Sid. You know, it's been going on for years. It's like it makes no sense, and they don't change up. Like, they don't speak of these rules. Oh, he's eliminated. I'm like, or she's eliminated. Like, but the person not involved in the match with her, it pisses me off.
Mm-hmm.
That they go through this kind of situation of, well, this person's not involved in the match, they can still eliminate you. I'm like, that was not in the rules. I know it's entertainment, but it's like, no. So it just pisses me off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that was the Royal Rumble for the entrance there. Again, almost eliminated some of the people. Big E was one of them, and
why would you have a Raw guy eliminate someone from SmackDown when they're on 2 different shows and there's no storyline that can continue with it?
Both the people he eliminated were from SmackDown. It was him and Rey Mysterio. Big E and Rey Mysterio. They're both SmackDown.
For one, it makes no sense, for one. For two, I mean, I'm not saying I agree with Rey Mysterio, but I guess right now Big E is on the big push, big part of his career. You know, why would you do that with somebody who has nothing to do with him? At least especially on the same show. I mean, are you going to do something for the future reference or something? But right now, Big E's at a big part of his career. Why would you go in and kill off that? It makes no sense.
Well, I actually can see, because this is one area I can concede on that, because since Big E's not on SmackDown, or Big E's on SmackDown but AJ's on Raw, yeah, there won't be any comeuppance for him, but at the same time, they don't have to run this feud to kind of derail. Because my opinion, this is strictly my opinion, I think Edge is going to challenge Drew, and I think Big E is going to challenge Roman at WrestleMania. I think that's where it's going to go.
I don't see any reason for Edge to challenge Drew McIntyre for the title. I would like to, if the champions are going to stay the same, which I can imagine. And we also got to realize, unless Edge and Randy Orton settle their differences before WrestleMania, they'll have their feud. But I think there's something to culminate between them two at WrestleMania. But I don't see any value in Edge versus Drew McIntyre. I would see more value in Edge versus Roman Reigns, and that way, heel versus face. You got 2 spears right there. It makes better sense in my view. There's not really any value in Edge versus Drew McIntyre. I mean, how do you come up with that?
Because I think they're more apt to put Roman and Big E versus each other at this WrestleMania, especially considering it's in Tampa and that's where Big E's hometown is. I think Big E is going to dethrone Roman.
And that's fine, but once again, they messed up by having almost eliminate Big E so in that position of the match, but having eliminated him. Period.
Mm-hmm.
Period. There was no reason for that whatsoever. And that is, we can do this down the line. I'm like, don't forget down the line. You said the same thing about the Bray Wyatt and Brock Lesnar 5-6 years ago. It's the same. It's the same horse crap. I'm like, there was no reason for him to eliminate him and then throw him across the damn announce table.
So what I think's going to end up happening. Now, this is just an opinion. I do think Big E is going to go on to face Roman at WrestleMania. And what they did last year is right after WrestleMania, they switched rosters again. What I think they'll do.
Well, no, they didn't switch. You mean the draft?
Yeah, when did they do that? It was before Survivor Series, right?
It was in October, so it wouldn't right after WrestleMania.
What I think, you're right. Well, I think they originally planned on doing it after WrestleMania, but the pandemic threw that
right after that. So that's why for switching brands was until several months later. So I mean, the value, like I said, of having Edge and Drew McIntyre, there's no value into it. I mean, there's no story.
Well, okay. What I was going to get to is what I think is going to happen is I'm sticking with I think Big E is going to face Roman at WrestleMania and dethrone him. I think Big E is going to win that one. With that said, I think what's going to happen shortly thereafter is there's going to be a draft and AJ is going to come to SmackDown and he's going to be the first feud of Big E as a champion.
I don't. It's whatever, right? But
right, it's more or less knowing that WWE wants to give Big E a push, and knowing that they can. AJ is not going to be winning championships. AJ is going to be making everyone else look good.
Well, yeah, right now that's where where he's at. We're afraid we're going to be at for a while, but it's. Do I see the value? I get the Big E and Roman Reigns. I get that. I had no problem with that. I mean, but I also don't mind seeing Edge versus Roman Reigns. I see the value.
No, I get that. It's more like I guess where my mind is stuck at is I think they're going to pull the trigger there. And I was kind of shocked that Edge won. But that's just where I'm at.
I also believe that if they're going to have Edge versus the Raw champion, they're going to basically have to where I believe Orton's going to win the title for WrestleMania.
I mean, and that's a good possibility.
Their idea for WrestleMania this year was to have Edge versus Orton for the title, which it don't need a title, but it's whatever.
Or I mean, they could technically, it could be another triple threat situation. Honestly.
Possibility. I mean, that's one thing I was thinking about when they went off the air tonight. Is like, okay, how's this going to really work out? With Edge and Orton already in their feud, and Edge won the Royal Rumble. So how? I'm very invested, really interested in how they're going to go about doing this. But to have Edge challenge and Drew for the title, man, if it's two faces in there like that, there's no value into it. Really, there's no money. I mean, I'm not going to.
Right.
I mean, that's that's your feeling you can have, but I just don't see where the buy rates really come in at for that match. Maybe, that's great, we have two talented guys, but WrestleMania.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, I get your point. I guess it's not necessarily that I'm putting value into Edge versus Drew McIntyre. It's more or less I'm definitely thinking they want Big E to be the superpower of good to shut down Reigns, and I do think it's gearing up to the point where, not saying that Reigns is going to be his only title. I think this reign is hitting its crescendo, and I think it's going to be Big E dethroning it, and then I think Roman's going to come back after the title again After I think it's going to be an AJ feud first, and then it's going to be the Roman feud. The follow up to the Roman feud.
We'll find out.
Yeah. It's at this point. It's all speculation. You know.
Oh yeah.
We're just trying to guess where they're going.
No, absolutely, it's all speculation. But I was wondering tonight, like, okay, how's this really going to work out if Edge has to challenge Reigns? If Edge don't challenge Reigns, then Orton's got to take the title off of Drew.
Yeah. Although we got to give a little bit of credit. Hurricane trying to chokeslam Bobby Lashley and Big E was hilarious.
Yeah, see, it was a moment. I was like, yeah, he's gonna try to chokeslam with this guy. I always try to chokeslam two of them. It's like every time he tries for that chokeslam, it's a good part of his character.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I liked the Hurricane. Yeah, but I've always liked Sugar Shane Helms even before he became the Hurricane in WWE. I've been following him since WCW and 3 Count.
Oh yeah, remember them days? For y'all don't remember them days, go back and check out 3 Count WCW. It was a okay gimmick.
Tank Abbott was a super fan.
Oh yeah, Tank Abbott, love them guys. They're the boy bands of WCW, and then Tank Abbott said, "Okay, pretty boys, let's fight." And he laid the smackdown on our candy asses.
One thing I wanted to go back to about the Royal Rumble. So, Seth Rollins attempted to eliminate. So Edge eliminated Braun Strowman after the whole thing with Sheamus, and it wasn't Rey Mysterio, but it was a Cesaro, I think, that they all tumbled out. So they left Edge in the ring with Seth Rollins. He goes for a curb stomp. Edge tosses him over the ring, so it made it look like Edge might win. And here comes Randy Orton, which he had been okay. So Randy Orton and Edge started out as 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Randy Orton gets hurt, goes in the back for injured knee. He's out the majority of the match. Edge goes in he was either number 1 or number 2. Ran the gauntlet for over the match length total was 58 minutes, so almost an hour. Orton runs in, does the RKO. It looks like he's about to toss Edge over. Edge reverses it, tosses Randy over. Edge is now your Royal Rumble winner.
I thought that whole thing was good booking. I thought the whole Randy Orton, as I was interested, like, what's really going to happen here? And, yeah, I was like, well, if he's going to be totally out of the Rumble, there's going to be a storyline, him costing him his Rumble entrant for a spot.
Mm-hmm.
And, but yeah, and he came back and went, oh no, Randy Orton. Oh shit. I was like, all right. So I was like, that was a good moment. That was good booking, honestly.
And they redid the spot from last year's Royal Rumble where Edge speared AJ.
Yeah, they did.
AJ just didn't go for the backflip like he did last time.
Yeah, that was a good oversell.
Yeah, but luckily he didn't separate his shoulder this time. Like, that would have been bad again. Do it twice. Oh, and Christian and Edge double speared Braun Strowman.
Yeah, absolutely. That was good moment. I was interested about where Braun was going to be at finishing up in this match. I'm like, he could be last 4, or he's going to get through. It's going to take a few guys to get him out of there. They kind of reenact a little bit. It's a little bit with the Edge trying to get Braun Strowman over the top rope. It's the same way that Chris Benoit eliminated Big Show in the Royal Rumble in 2004.
I didn't catch that.
It didn't go down the same exact way because Christian came over there to assist. But I saw that. I was like, that's a 2004 Rumble move.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, if you haven't checked out Royal Rumble, I'd go back to Royal Rumble 2004. See that ending. But anyways,
that Benoit won, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's 21 to go into WrestleMania 20. So that was
I loosely remember that.
Yeah, that was a good Royal Rumble match. It was really good. Tonight's Royal Rumble match was good too. I saw when Miz destroyed these your bunnies or Bad Bunny